interesting that I built this 2007, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it'll be, I guess it's 4 years a few months ago. It's a wonderful spot. I don't think I can get there, but I want to try. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to inch my way there. Make myself a little path. Inching my way. I could just take the snow out of my shoes now. Before it has a chance to melt on my socks. There we are. Well, that's the most important thing, is that I got here to my teepee. I certainly did. I did it. That thing there is for shelter, or for shade. That's why I built that originally. You know, all the trees that are on the sides of the teepee muffle it. So it's not nearly as loud as it is when there's no trees against the side of it in here. I guess I could take down all that stuff on that side. I could cut it there. That would be a good idea. Don't know if I have a knife down here. I usually keep everything I need in the place I need it, but everything burned when they had that terrible fire. Not my fault, not my fault. Anyway, so My chair was there. My hammock was there. And I think I had all kinds of things there that I would need. But everything burned. So if there is a knife, it would just be the blade. However, there might be something sharp I could use. Isn't it nice down here? I suppose you've had better places that you've been. It was much better when it was all woven. But actually, I don't think it was. I like it with all these trees against it. I was somewhere the other day and saw lots of Christmas trees around. Somebody said, "Oh, perfect for your teepee." Oh, I know where it was. It was at the dump. Yes. I have to go to the dump and bring back more Christmas trees and put them along here to help make it, you know, a little more secluded or private. I made it over here. I wasn't going to come here because it was melting. When the snow goes, it will be a flood. And if you look up Pole Island, Nancy Today, Pole, P-O-L-E Island, you'll see where this is all underwater, like 6 inches deep, or maybe a foot deep here. Because it is a marsh. But it only stays wet in the spring. Once the stream goes down, it empties into the stream. It's very pretty though when it happens. I can sit there on my island, which is the base of the telephone pole. I sit there on my island and I just look at it. And I watch the water move over the grass and stuff. It's fascinating. It's just beautiful. And sometimes I see an animal. Mink like the water. Mink and otters, but I don't usually see otters. Not many times at all. I've seen their scats, their tracks, and their slides, and their beds, but I've never seen... Well, maybe that's not true. I can't remember when I've seen otters here. Do you want to know what kind of animals we have here? Okay, well... Do you want to know what kind of animals we have here? Well, let's see. From the very biggest down to the... I'm really looking at the traffic coming like, hello, who cares? The biggest to the littlest. There are bear. I don't add S's on things. I always imagine everything is plural without an S. We have bears. Not usually around our house, ever. That's not true either. We did have one. The missionaries saw one behind the teepee once. That was when we had another teepee. The plateau teepee was in our yard beside the greenhouse. And they saw a bear on the other side of it. I saw one once. I think those are the only 2 sightings near the house. Saw one down here crossing the road, coming out of our road and crossing the road. It was a little one. Okay, well anyway, so there's bears, and there are deer. See, not deers. The deers and the antelopes. No, the deer and the antelope. We only have deer, not antelope. We don't have kangaroos either. I know, I've seen kangaroo tracks, but I've never seen the kangaroos. I'm just funning with you. I know. Vanessa, just don't believe everything I say. Bear, deer. I don't think we have wolves. And I don't think we have cougars. Cougars just down the road. Not on my road, but about 15 minutes from here. A farmer found a deer hanging up in his tree, way up high, over a branch. Now, the deer didn't fly. Something took the deer. I don't think bears, the black bears are not really carnivorous. They'd rather have your chocolate bar, but they don't really want to eat you. They're curious though, they'll bite you to see what you taste like. But the cougars are very evasive or private. secretive, that's it. So sometimes there'll be cougars, but I think 10 minutes that way and 15 minutes this way, they've been sighted. And about 10 minutes that way. Which does make it sound like we probably have them here, they're probably going through, but they probably don't like this highway. They stay away from highways. There's a lot of noise on this highway, which affects all of our property. You can hear it everywhere. So I don't think the animals really want to be right here. Some do. Okay, we do have coyotes. I've found their tracks on the dam, when we had a dam. And we have foxes. Red fox. We don't have the Arctic fox, but we have red foxes. Let's count them. Bear, deer, fox, coyote, fox. We have porcupines. And then we have raccoons. Fishers. Fishers are very vicious. They're like a weasel, part of the weasel family, but they're like a giant weasel that's like a big black cat. Not a giant black cat. About the size of an otter. Only they run instead of swim. They bound. Bloom, 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 bloom. They don't walk, they bound. Like a mink. Anyway, let's go back. I gotta say them all again. Bear, deer, maybe wolves, but definitely coyotes. Fox, fisher, porcupine, otter. Oh, I stopped doing it. Porcupine, otter. Mink. I'm trying to go from biggest to smallest. Beavers, muskrats. So we have 10. Now we're down to the size of a muskrat. Okay, so then we have black squirrels and red squirrels. And a star-nosed mole and a regular mole. Ermine. I've seen the ermine. Did I say mink? I don't think I counted mink. That's 15. Mink is 16. If I didn't already say it. And raccoons, 17. Okay, 17 kinds of animals. Whoa, this is dripping. We must not drip on Nancy, okay? Not allowed. Dripping, not allowed. This is also nicely insulated because of all the snow in it. Well, you've looked at me long enough. You probably want to look at something pretty. You know why I love to be in the marsh woods, I think? Like, I'm not right in the woods right here. I'm in the marsh Sedge Meadow, and it's the meadow beside it. But the marsh woods, I love it because I hear the wind blow in it. And if I had enough of these boards without taking away my floor. I was in here once watching the grass blow. Grass was about a foot high. I lay in my hammock and I filmed watching the grass blow. You can watch that one too. That would be Nancy today watching the grass blow. Or you could say grass blow. Watching. No. Grass and blow would be the definite. Or just grass. Whatever. Do what you want. Goodbye.